Yo, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to another edition of WearTesters Real Talk. We have asked you guys on the WearTesters Instagram, is that correct?
Yes.
So we've asked you over there for you to ask me anything. So fire away.
If you could design your dream shoe, what would it be?
I've answered these before.
Have you?
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, that depends like all the time, like, or not depends, but it changes all the time.
Okay, right now in the year 2018, what would your dream shoe have?
It would have a mixture of leather and knit. Good knit, not like crappy knit, like LeBron 16 type of knit, like that.
Battle knit?
Nice. I wouldn't call it something stupid. I would just say it's
Nightwing knit?
No, that's dumb. That sounds like a Nightwing sweater. I would have it between like the way that the brand black, or damn it, not the brand black.
Big Baller
Yeah,
brand.
the Big Baller brand. Sorry, I keep doing that. The way that the Big Baller brand, the new ZO2, the prime, or crap, ZO2 0.19. So they didn't even put the prime in the name anymore?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. But the way that they made that shoe, like I wouldn't use the same mesh that they used underneath the overlays, but the way that they made that shoe with its premium materials on specific sections, like I would love to have something like that. And then instead of that mesh, I would do like a knit, like a really good strong knit, not like a heavily glued knit. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it really flexible.
Yeah. I want it to be thick and strong, but also malleable, like with the foot. I don't want it to be like crispy. I would do something like that. As far as like cushion goes, I mean, I don't know. It could be anything like Zoom Air, anything that I actually like Zoom Air, Bounce, the stuff that they use in those ZO2s. It's like a Jetlon. It feels super comfortable. Real Micro G would be nice. I would probably go full length Zoom though. Like if I like had a choice, or I do have the choice.
It's
my
your
shoe.
choice.
Yeah, it's my shoe. So yeah, so I would do full length Zoom. Actually, if I was with Nike, like it might not be an option.
Okay.
It would depend on like their budget, like that they gave me.
Okay, but this is your dream shoe.
Okay,
you
fine,
have
fine. Okay.
all the options.
Okay, so yeah, so I would do full length Zoom. I would keep it pretty low profile, like the way that the Y nuts sit, like they're barely off the floor. I know that the tooling is chunky looking, but you're barely sitting off the floor, which is nice. Traction, I would just go with herringbone. Or actually, I would probably do a mixture between herringbone and that circular stuff because
Like
those
on
are
the
like
curries?
yeah, like because those are the two ones that like work really well, and so I would go with that. I'd probably do herringbone in the heel and then circular up in the forefoot. Some beastly rubber because that helps. It would be low cut, of course, and then that's pretty much it. Like I don't know what else to put on it. Like it's not like they would like glow in the dark or have like lights or something.
No spinners?
You remember that? You remember that?
Yeah.
The Dadas?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm surprised.
You can give me props.
I just did. Jeez. What the hell? You want a f***ing sticker? Like,
I want confetti, I want it all.
jeez.
Who are your top 3 favorite NBA players of all time? Since we already talked about Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe, who are your favorites?
Jordan, Iverson, and Jason Williams. White chocolate Jason Williams.
Is there a different version of Jason
There's
Williams?
two Jason Williams that have played in the NBA around the same time frame too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's confusing.
It was a little bit because like I would just read titles back in the day, like the newspapers, and like I was like, what?
So would they literally have to write in there white chocolate?
They were not. They would just call him White Chocolate.
Oh.
Or J Will or J Dub. Some people call me N Dub, and I don't really know what that is, but like
And wing.
no, I know that it means like Nightwing, but like the dub part.
W.
No, because it's from. Oh, is that what the
Oh
J
my
Dub?
god!
Oh, W.
Dub Nation?
Oh, I get it. Well, so if that's the thing, then that's cool. When somebody has called me N Dub, I'm always like, cool, like J Dub, but. Maybe it's because of the W.
You're so cute.
Maybe we can cut that out. I don't know. But yeah, those are my guys.
Those are your dudes?
Yes.
I saw someone complain that the Kyrie 5 looked like too much of a basketball shoe, that you can't wear them casually. What do you think about that? Should the designers be worrying about that? No?
You know what I want to do with my basketball shoes?
Play in them?
Play basketball in them. And I want to be able to play well in them, or like as good as I can, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be like, oh, they slip all over the place, but they look good.
Right.
I don't
so
care
a
about
performance
that.
sneaker can be just that, a performance sneaker.
A performance sneaker is just that.
That's what I'm saying. Like the designer shouldn't have to worry about.
The designer never worried about it. It's just the fact that the materials that they used in the 90s and the 80s, like it just happened, and 2000s, like for a majority, like the first half. The materials that they used back then, they were allowed, or not allowed, but they were able to layer. And when you layer things, things look different. Like if I was to grab that, right back there, there's the Flyknit ones, right? And it obviously, like, it looks like the Jordan 1 because they knitted it to look like a Jordan 1. But if you were to put it right next to the Jordan 1, the one made out of leather, the real one, I would go for the leather one. It just looks cooler, you know? It's got a little bit of extra bulk to it. It's got some padding to it. It's got some beefiness to it. It's got layers to it. It just looks awesome, you know? And you can't do that with this knit shit. It's not happening. So everything looks the same, or everything looks plain, or everything looks bland, or whatever. And it's just like, well, yeah, but I mean, that's the stuff. Like, and the thing is that they're not going to go back to the materials that they used to because they're saving so much money using these knits. Like, the manufacturing process is so much simpler for them. There's less manpower needed. Which means that there's less money spending on people, like, because these machines put those things together, the uppers, you know what I mean? All you have is somebody like die cutting it out once it's knitted together and stuff, you know, and then it's going to a person to put it, like, finish it up and stuff, versus somebody die cutting every panel, right? And then they've got to sort these panels left and right, left and right, left and right, and then they got to assemble the panels. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's multiple steps, and we haven't even gotten to putting the shoe on a last and, like, putting it on a midsole. We haven't even gotten to that part yet, and they're cutting out all of that just by knitting. So they're never going to go back to it. We might get a couple of shoes here or there, you know, they might use a panel of material that's nice here or there, but they're never going to go back to that stuff.
So you think leather is done?
Well, yeah, because now Nike is using
the fly leather.
The fly leather. So it's like whatever scraps are around, and again, geniuses at marketing, they've been using synthetic leathers. It's not anything new. So why is this special?
Now it has a name.
Yeah, why is fly leather special? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, it's weird, you know? It's just one of those things, in Air Jordan 13 looks cool to a lot of people, not to everybody, but it looks cool because it just happens to look cool. That's just all it is, you know what I'm saying? It's not like every basketball shoe looks ugly nowadays. It's just that every basketball shoe looks very plain, and it's because there's nothing on them. I don't know. It's never gonna go back to the way that it used to be. Like, I keep telling you this, I'm infatuated with this. Where are all the cows coming from?
Oh gosh.
Yes. Okay. I am legitimately concerned about this. So this came up in a topic when she and I are driving around.
We live in cow country.
Yes, we do now. So we live in, like, Sacramento area, but all around us is just cow town, right? And it's super weird. But you drive by all of these, like, cow farms and all that stuff. But this is how my brain thinks. Like, you can tell that I'm a weirdo. So we're driving by and we see that there's a sign for a new burger restaurant. Right? And already we've driven by a Jack in the Box, a Wendy's, a, what's that place called? Red Robin's. Sorry, I couldn't think of it. An In-N-Out, a McDonald's.
We passed by the big In-N-Out headquarters.
No, but I'm just saying that this is just in this stretch. Okay? So we've already done that. A Taco Bell, a Del Taco, okay? All beef products, right? I'm sitting there thinking, like, wow. And then I see a sign, and a Habit and a Five Guys, okay? This is all on one street. Like, it's a big street, but still, it's all on one street. And then we see a sign for a new burger place, right? And I'm like, yo, where the f are all these cows coming from, man? Like, that's a ton of cows. And if you think about that one street, and then you multiply that by every city that is in, and there's lots of, like, ours, we have at least 3 or 4 McDonald's, okay? Where are all these cows coming from? How do they manufacture cows? Because that's a living thing, you know? And they use them for everything from milk to materials like leathers to food. And I'm just like, okay, so that's popping up or whatever. And if you think about the amount of shoes, like the Concord 11s are coming out, there's 1 million+ pairs just of that one shoe. And there is a shoe every freaking week. Well, there's multiple shoes every week. There's like one almost every day. And so that's why we get them that look like this now. Yeah. Because there's not a single piece of leather on this. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I know. So there's no cow issue with these guys. But back in the day, when everything was made out of leather, just imagine if that was now, right? We got a retro, and like those are like leather shoes. And so you wonder why sometimes there's good leather on them and sometimes it's synthetic or whatever. It's because, like, where the f are the cows coming from? Your team Chick-fil-A. Well, that's another thing too. Where's all these chickens coming from? You know what I mean?
But like the cows, they're using all the pieces.
Still though, that's a lot of cows. That is a lot of cows. If you think about one cow hide, okay, just one husk of a cow, right? Like imagine that that's only gonna make like maybe 12 pairs of sneakers. And that's probably stretching it, but maybe 12 pairs of sneakers. That's just one count. We're talking about millions of shoes every year, every week, every drop date, whatever. Like where are these cows coming from, man? It's an epidemic.